guys, and welcome back to my channel. As we are basically halfway through the year now, halfway through 2025, I can't believe I'm already saying that, but I thought I would do a little midway through the year catch up. Just kind of going through lessons that I've learned this past half of the year, things that I've achieved, my current obsessions, and like my goals and plans for the rest of this year. And just in general, have a little check-in. Honestly, this is just as much for myself as it is for you, I guess. I'm also just kind of using this as a way to like get out and kind of verbalize how I'm feeling, because it really is so important to like look back and reflect and have gratitude and just realign with your goals and everything. So that is what we're gonna do today. All right, let's just get straight into it. First of all, I just want to kind of reflect on what I've achieved this year. And of course, I've got to start with this, like starting YouTube. Hello! So yeah, starting YouTube and taking TikTok more seriously. If you don't already follow my TikTok at Rosalind G. Keane, shameless plug. This has always been just such a life goal of mine, doing YouTube. It's always been something that I've wanted to do, but I've always been so scared of doing it. So I'm so proud of myself for just ripping off the band-aid and just starting this, because I love it so much. Like, this is literally the best decision that I think I've ever made. I honestly love it so much more than I even realized I would. Like, making videos and just being creative in this way, like, it brings me so much joy. And I've said this to people who have asked me questions about this. Even if like nothing comes from this, I honestly do not care, because at this point I'm just doing it for me. Like, documenting my life in this way and having this to look back on, it's something that I really enjoy, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So thank you for all the support, and thank you for joining me and seeing my little life. Another thing that I achieved this year, kind of along the same lines, I've had a lot of achievements in modeling. I've just worked with some big brands that I never thought that I would ever work with, and also had castings for some pretty big brands as well. And honestly, if you told me a year ago that I would be like working with brands, never would have believed you. Like, I'll have friends send me photos of me on the website as they're shopping. What the fuck? Like, this is so weird for me. Like, this is so weird to me. But yeah, I'm just really proud of how far I've come with modeling. I have been putting in a lot of work, especially at the beginning of this year, and I really feel like I've seen some results with that. Honestly, I just love my agency, and I love my agent, my girl Alice, so freaking much. So I'm so happy with them and just the trajectory of my career right now. Also signing with Nemesis Digital and working with brands from a UGC creating content, social media aspect. That's been so cool and really interesting. And again, I've been working with brands that I never thought I'd work with before, going to like brand events and shit. It's so cool. Okay, and now moving away from career. From January to March, I did 75 Hard. And honestly, I'm really proud of myself for doing it. It was clues in the fucking name, it was fucking hard. I wasn't doing it for physical changes, I was more doing it for mental. Like, I really just wanted to do it to see if I could do it and just be really strict with myself and kind of teach myself determination in that way. Would I do it again? No. Because although I've developed some good habits from it, I don't like how strict it is. I mean, obviously it can be as strict as you want it to be, because I'm very much like an all or nothing kind of gal. For me, I was like, I'm going to do 75 Hard and I will be doing it every single day. No excuses. But I found myself missing out on some social things, or just unhappy because I was having to rearrange my day in order to complete the rules of 75 Hard. And I don't like that. So I think if I do it again, I would either do it for just not as long, or just not be as strict with myself, because you want to be able to enjoy it. But yeah, I'm still proud of myself for completing it, because it is fucking difficult. And actually, kind of along the lines of that, I've had a lot of fitness achievements that I'm really proud of. First of all, I've started running. Prior to this, like, I couldn't even run a 5k flat. Now I can run 10k and I feel like I can still do more. It ebbs and flows, I will say. Some days I struggle to run 3k, but still, like, I'm really proud of myself, the improvements that I've made with my running. I also feel like I've grown a lot of confidence and knowledge in the gym. I used to be really worried to try new things and go into certain areas because I was really scared that I would look like I didn't know what I was doing. And then I kind of realized I don't. Like, I don't know what I'm doing in the gym. So why am I so scared of people potentially seeing that? Honestly, it was just like an ego thing. Like, I was just wanting to save face and not look like I was a novice in the gym. But in reality, there are so many people in the gym. It could easily be somebody else's first time trying something new, or even being in the gym in the first place. I don't know, I just kind of ripped off the band-aid and started trying new things. And now I feel like I actually use the gym. I'm no longer scared of other people and what they think. Also, workout classes. I've tried so many new studios and workout classes in Manchester and really found a love for different things. I've really fallen in love with Reformers Pilates and just kind of use it as almost a form of therapy. Along those lines, I did my first Vinyasa Flow yoga class. Oh my god, I shit you not, I literally cried in this class. Like, there was a moment where the instructor was just talking and I just literally started crying because it sounds so douchey, but I just felt so in touch with my emotion. And it really taught me that daily movement and working out isn't just about physical, but it's also mental as well. It's about clearing your mind. It really showed me that you can move your body for your mind, for your endorphins. Speaking about fucking endorphins, I also did my first Barry's class. Fuck me. That was definitely life-changing. Honestly, the endorphins and feeling of accomplishment after a Barry's class, it is addictive. However, after the last one, I was unable to run for like a week, so they're still very much quite the challenge. I've also learned a lot of stuff this year, and just something that I've been thinking a lot about is like relationships. We're coming up to like nearly 3-4 years that I've been single now, but I recently watched Madison Sarah's video about being single, and it really got me thinking, because I've actually been thriving in my single girl era. Like, that is definitely something that I have learnt. It's just that I'm really content being single right now. Or I guess not necessarily being single, but I've just been so content with my own company. There's a quote that I really love about how much of a blessing it is to love your own company, and I finally feel like I really understand that. Like, prior to this, I spent so much time longing for a relationship and longing to be loved, when, as cringe as it sounds, I didn't fully love or respect myself. But now I well and truly feel like I am, and I feel like that now if something comes along, it's adding to my life in some way rather than filling a void, and that's how it should be. So everything definitely happens for a reason in that sense. Like, I think I needed to be single for this amount of time, and maybe even longer. Like, who the fuck knows what's coming. And Madison Sarah spoke about this, but it actually made me really think about these two things. First of all, and it's so true, especially with the older generation, whenever they ask like, are you in a relationship, and you say, oh no, I'm single, they're like, oh, it's okay, like, you'll find somebody. They pity you as if it's a sad thing. And it's so true. Like, why does that happen? And also, another thing that I always notice, whenever somebody asks me, are you in a relationship, and I'm like, no, I'm single, they're like, but how? Like, you're so pretty. And don't get me wrong, like, I fucking do that too. I'm not blaming anybody for this. I feel like it's almost like a societal social reflex, some sort of tick, whenever somebody says, oh, I'm single, for someone to be like, oh, it's okay, or be like, but you're so pretty, like, what? Especially with women. And it actually got me thinking, like, why is that a thing? And I really want to change my perspective on that, because it's literally as if like looks define your relationship status, or more importantly, that your worth and your happiness is valued on whether or not you're in a relationship, and that's fucking crazy. So that's definitely been something that's been on my mind this month, and something that I really feel like I've, I guess, improved on. Bit of self-improvement there. Okay, now onto a little bit of a kind of dopamine menu, like my current obsessions. First things first, my breakfast ritual. She's come a long way. I used to not eat breakfast, or I used to feel so ashamed at the fact that I liked and needed breakfast in the morning. The amount of people who just skip breakfast, or are just like, oh yeah, I'm not that hungry in the morning, so I'll just skip breakfast. Like, why is it so normalized? Like, I wake up so hungry, and like, I used to think that there was something wrong with me because of that, but now I don't feel shame actually eating a meal, which is fucking crazy, especially one that's so important for your hormone regulation and to provide you energy throughout the day, may I add. And now I've really grown to love my breakfast ritual, and I have my little hyperfixations. At the minute, it is egg white oats and a coffee, because we also don't drink coffee on an empty stomach anymore. Also podcasts. I've always been a Sophia and Cinzia fan, but I feel like the Girls Bathroom podcast has definitely been an obsession of mine in 2025 so far. Alongside that, I've been really loving Leave a Message with Ali and G. They are so funny. I'm fairly new to listening to it, but I've been really enjoying that as well. Also makeup. I've been really loving trying new things with my makeup, trying new products, really pushing my comfort zones and learning and educating myself more on makeup. And I've been really loving it. Like, I used to always be so in the box and just do my routine and that was it, never really stray, but it's been so much fun experimenting. And I also feel like that has to do with modeling and meeting so many different makeup artists, getting my makeup done. Like, prior to modeling, I'd never gotten my makeup done professionally before, and that has been so much fun, like learning in that way as well. And then my last kind of obsession, I've spoken about this so much before, but reading. I really love reading now, and I've learned so much through it, through nutrition, books about mindset and psychology. My favorite read so far in 2025 that I would 100% recommend to anybody, because I do feel like anybody would love this book and anybody would learn something from it. Miss Amelia Brace put me on this one. This Is Gonna Hurt by Adam Kay. Honestly, it was so eye-opening. You may have already seen it because it's been turned into a TV series, but honestly, just the truths and the raw honesty of like what it is like to work in the NHS as a doctor, it's fucking mental. And it is the perfect balance of humor and also just candor and honesty. Like, there are some bits that's like actually really heartbreaking, and then the next page you'll be pissing yourself laughing. He's just such a fantastic storyteller, and I love his kind of humor because I'm a sarcastic girl myself. So, and now last but not least, I'm just gonna go through my goals for the rest of the year really. First of all, along the running path, I've signed up for a half marathon. I'm actually shitting myself. But yeah, I'm running the Manchester Half in October. But I'm so happy that I've signed up for this, because not only has it given me a goal to work towards in terms of running and improvement in that way, this is something that like I never thought I would ever do. So it's just crazy that I'm doing it. But I'm really excited. I'm running with a charity. I'm running with Alzheimer's Society. So I'm not just running for me, and I'm absolutely terrified, but I really hope it goes well and I actually do it. Sort of more career goals. Obviously, I want to keep growing my social media and keep working on all of them. And also just modeling. I really want to do a campaign. I did my first catwalk earlier this year, which is another achievement, which was fucking crazy, and I really enjoyed that. But I would love to do a campaign. Hey! Also just some traveling. Always wanted to go to New York. It's been a dream destination of mine, and I'm going with my little sister as well, which is so cute. Maybe see a new country that I've never been to before. That's definitely a goal of mine for the rest of this year. Bit of academic, but I would like to pass my first year with a 2-1 at least. I don't know if that is achievable, but I feel like so far I'm on track for a 2-1 or a first, so fingers crossed. And then lastly, I really want to pass my driving test. I actually had a driving test scheduled before this, but they cancelled it. And you know what? I really had to tell myself everything happens for a reason in that sense. So now I've had to book my test for fucking November. Fantastic! It will just give me more time to practice, which your girl needs. But really hoping that I manage to actually pass it so that I can get my driving license before 2026. Please! Okay, so that is about everything. Just like a little recap and a little word vomit of the first half of 2025, I guess. I can't wait to see what else happens this year. Honestly, I would really recommend anybody just doing this. I just think we live in such a society that is so focused around goals and achievement. It can get a little bit frustrating, and I definitely sometimes feel like I'm falling behind or I'm not achieving things I want to achieve. So I also kind of wanted to just do this to look back at this year and actually just be like, Rosie, just take a breather and be grateful and be proud of yourself and show yourself some love in that aspect. So you guys should definitely do this too. Thank you so much for watching though. I will see you in next week's weekly vlog. I have no idea when I'm posting this, but I'm guessing there will be a weekly vlog. As always, thank you guys for any support. It's really appreciated and definitely doesn't go unnoticed. I love you all and we'll see you soon. Bye guys, love you.